What's up, Three Black Guys with the Mic fam? This episode is powered by BWP Marketing and Hype Voice Creative. If you want to support the show, we would really appreciate that. Head over to our YouTube channel and click the subscribe button. Also, head over to soundcloud.com/Three Black Guys with the Mic and subscribe to our SoundCloud channel. And don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get this podcast. And if you want to support us financially, it's all good. Drop something in our Cash App at Three Black Guys Mic. And now, let's start the show.
First of all, let me tell you something. Lamont is just full of shit.
Sometimes my mama said, you know, when you don't have nothing nice to say, you should be quiet.
People say that Stephen A. is a coon. You agree with that? Everybody got quiet on that one? Okay. Go ahead.
Rudy Giuliani practices voodoo. So he put a voodoo hex on my girl, Hillary, and that's why she got woozy. And the Secret Service had to prop her up and put her in the van.
But take us to a break, my dude.
It was voodoo, son.
I don't know about that voodoo.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Three Black Guys with a Mic. Yes, welcome to episode 143, 44? 144 of Three Black Guys with the Mic, the podcast for politics, hip-hop, and the urban community. I am Spudd. I am your host with my man, Lamont Hayes and Maynard Scales. We do this every Monday at 7 p.m. live on Facebook. Do us a favor right now. Share this episode with your friends. If you are on live with us right now, share this episode and do us a favor. Bing!
What's that, Spudd?
Thumbs up. Yo,
Thumbs up.
Lamont, we live, Lamont.
Thumbs up that you like this podcast. Also, make sure that you go to our YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up. Give us one of these.
Subscribe.
Thumbs up. Also, make sure you rate and review us on iTunes and on wherever you get this podcast. If you want to support the show financially, we would love that. Just go to Cash App /Three Black Guys Mic. Tonight, we're going to talk about Joe Biden versus Tara Reade. We're also going to talk about Ja Rule and 50 Cent. Plus, we are going to talk about the Michigan protests. There are very good people out there that are protesting, my dude. They're very good
patriots. They're patriots, Bud. They're patriots.
Patriots is what they are. So let's kick the show off with Big Gretch.
Maynard, would you like the floor? Maynard, would you like to share?
Big Gretch did earn her buffs, baby.
Word up.
Talking about.
Yeah.
Boy, would you?
So Big Gretch got some buffs. I'm sorry. Can y'all tell me exactly what buffs are?
So wait. So Maynard,
I don't know what buffs are.
So wait. So Maynard, how many years were you in Detroit? Did you live in Detroit?
4.
So
and you don't know about what buffs are?
You don't know what buffs are?
I don't know what buffs.
You don't know what white sticks are?
Listen. Y'all don't have to, you know what I'm saying, berate me, belittle me, make me feel small. Just tell me what buffs are, man. I don't know what buffs are.
I need you to get that together. You don't know about no buffs. Anyway.
I mean, y'all don't know about Karen and the potato salad?
Cartier buffs? Cartier buffs? You never heard Cartier buffs before?
Oh, okay, some glasses.
He said, oh.
I mean,
Maynard, all of those nights that we were in the strip club back in the
whoa,
day.
Whoa.
You never saw anybody with any sticks?
Yo, hold on. Let's back up.
Okay.
Allegedly, we were in the strip club together.
No, not allegedly.
Not allegedly. No, I have receipts still.
And
I got a storage unit.
And it's okay for you to be able to say that you've been to the strip club a couple hundred times.
Yeah.
100 times?
A couple hundred. Not just but a couple hundred. And it's fine. We all went to the strip club, got the lamb chops with the zip sauce.
Absolutely.
With the zip sauce. I never liked the zip sauce.
You know, and the $20 Remy Martin. It's all good.
So Spud, can you talk about, for those who might not know, because I'm going to go on record. I think that record is a little disrespectful. I don't think the governor needs to be in any buffs. I think it's a little degrading. I think it's a little whack. And it's a little
she liked the moniker Big Gretch, though. She liked being called Big Gretch.
Why can't she be associated with the ghetto? Why can't she be associated with hip hop? Why can't Kwame was associated with hip hop? Why can't she be associated with hip hop?
So did we ever give? Not we. Let me change that. So was Kwame ever given some buffs?
No, but he was coined the hip hop mayor, though.
Okay, and then here's my other beef. What about this? Oh, she's now invited to the Cookout?
She's
Well, where the hell
invited
is the
to the
cookout?
cookout.
Who's in charge of the meat? Like,
I know where it isn't. I know where it ain't.
Where is it not?
It ain't in your neighborhood.
Well, I'm not in Detroit.
She's invited, but can
and
she bring food though? I mean, it's one thing to invite her.
No.
So now you better understand.
Love you, but no potato salad. You can't bring no potato salad. You can't bring no mac and cheese. You can't bring anything.
That was the whole Karen skit.
Cookout.
That was the whole Karen skit.
Right now, the cookout is nowhere. All right, we still don't stay at home. So we still shelter in place until the 15th. So right now it's nothing. But I do got to give her props for responding. Now, she did not have to respond. She did say that she appreciated the song and that, that was a good look for, her to be a part of, the hip hop record. So that was a good look. She didn't have to respond. She could have just ignored. I don't think it's ghetto. I mean, the city is going crazy over the song. I mean, it's almost, it might be a Big Gretch challenge out in the streets.
Big Gretch.
Challenge coming in a second.
And her buffs. I knew what buffs were, man. I was just messing with y'all.
You're lying. You're lying. And again, I get it, but I'm just like, because see, you all will have an attitude if
I got my buffs.
Because Maynard, weren't you angry and you called it? Didn't you call it pandering when Hillary had hot sauce in her pocket? I mean,
she didn't have no hot sauce in her purse. Come on, man.
No, but that's not the same. It wasn't Gretchen saying that she was walking around with buffs. Hillary Clinton was talking about, oh yeah, she's walking around with hot sauce.
Right.
She ain't got
Gretchen.
no damn hot
Gretchen.
sauce.
It just happened. It happened to Gretch. It happened to her.
So I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave this alone.
Why you hating Lamont?
So if the current governor of the state of Michigan in 90 days shows up at Belle Isle on the Strip on the Saturday at 3:30 with her security detail, is that a go? Is that good?
Yeah, it's a go. Here's the problem that I have, though. Will the same people who are making the Big Gretch go viral, will they be at the polls in November?
Come on now.
Lamont.
That's all I'm asking.
Why you hating,
do they
Lamont?
have a voter registration card?
I thought you were my black brother, Lamont. Why you hating? Don't hate on Gretch. Don't hate on Big Gretch, Lamont.
Big Gretch? It feels a little... when the dude in D.C. called, what is it, your Madeir, your Big Mama, your, what did he say? That was a problem.
Yeah.
But we calling her Big Gretch? That's what we doing?
Hey, man.
She like the name Big Gretch.
You call him B-Rock.
How many people out there on Facebook land think that's kind of fly that she's like, yo, I'm down, you can call me Big Gretch. Leave
us a comment, let us know, if you think that she should be called Big Gretch or, if it's disrespectful, if it's not disrespectful. I think it's kind of fly. I think that she needs
kind of fly.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Lamont? You mad at fly?
What's wrong with her being fly? What's wrong with her getting her stripes, her hood stripes, her street cred?
She needs to be the governor. First of all, hold up. Let's back this up. When we used to talk about Barack, we said Barack was the president of everyone. Gretchen Whitmer is the governor of the entire state of Michigan, right?
Yeah.
So her thing is not about getting her stripes and being able to go to starters and get it to go plate. You feel what I'm saying?
She got to go to Cuzzos.
Cuzzos. My fault. Shout to Baby Ray, Rufus Bartell, all that. Got to get. Is that what we doing? We get chicken and waffles?
Yeah. Got to go to Cuzzos. She got to go to Cutters. She got to go to Connie and Barbers, because I was corrected, because I thought it was Barbara and Connie's, but it's Connie and Barbers. Oh, yeah. She got to go to Connie and Barbers. Yeah. Listen, this is how you get the black vote, right? You need black votes. Listen, when Uncle Joe comes to Michigan on his run, if he's able to get a run, he's Big Gretch got to vouch for him.
So now you telling me Uncle Joe and Big Gretch is going to be on the Strip at Belle Isle?
Yeah,
that's what we're doing?
Frozen. Yes. Yes, that's how it gotta go. That's how you get the votes, baby.
I'm out of cucumber water, man. I'm out. Okay.
Let's dive right into speaking of Joe Biden and Big Gretch, she actually said that she supports Joe Biden. Now she was on with what's my man on CNN, Jake Tapper. She was on the lead with not the lead, but she was on State of the Union with Jake Tapper, basically, defending her position because when what's the Supreme Court guy's name, Maynard?
Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh, she was basically supporting the girl who,
Dr.
was
Ford.
What's her name?
Dr. Ford.
Thank you. So she was supporting Dr. Ford against Kavanaugh, but now she's supporting, Joe Biden. So Jake Tapper kind of got into her, saying, hey, why you, supporting Joe Biden? You don't even know what the real situation is. So, Maynard, let's just go ahead and get into Joe Biden and Tara Reade. Is this going to be something that is going to hurt his campaign this election?
Well, I would say this. Can it hurt? Certainly it can hurt. Joe Biden came out on Friday on MSNBC with Mika Brzezinski in an interview, and he was adamant and vehement that this is false. He did a great job, in my opinion, not attacking Tara Reade, not making any aspersions, not calling her any names, not trying to disrespect her character, but just saying, look, this did not happen. His story did not change. Now, I think a lot of people are learning, and Tara Reade was supposed to come on an interview with Fox on Friday night and record that interview for Sunday's broadcast, and she canceled the interview. In addition to that, there's a lot of information that's coming forward where Tara Reade has changed her story a handful of times, 4 or 5 times. And there's a lot of times where she has tweeted support for Joe Biden, calling him her old boss. And he got it right. Well, I think so.
Yes or no, Maynard? Yes or no? Flip flop or not?
And that's very and that's very hard for people to believe, her story. And this is one of the things that, Governor Whitmer was saying is like, look, when somebody comes out about sexual assault, right, it is your job to be able to get into the facts and vet that person on if they're actually telling the truth or not.
Correct.
Right. And I think that that's important. And I side with, Governor Whitmer on that. And it really is kind of difficult for, Tara Reade to come out and say this and then say that and then say this and then, line up with voting and, supporting and then basically want to get 15 minutes of fame because that's what it sounds like. Now, I'm not trying to discredit her and what happened, but this sounds like a flip-flop in what Maynard is saying.
Right. So I've read a lot of accounts about what happened. And so her one account that she initially told, this is how it went. She was an intern or a staffer, they call them, in the Biden Senate office, 93. And she was asked to take him his gym bag to the locker room before he arrived at the gym and meet him there. According to her, she said, "Oh, Mr. Biden, here's your gym bag." And he pushed her up against the wall and put his hand in her genitalia under her shirt, below her panties, and into her genitalia.
You didn't say that he grabbed her by the...
Yeah, I would say, Maynard, that was kind of the illustration, bro. Like,
did he grab?
Well, I think that's important to note. That's important to note because this, according to her, at the time that she initially said this happened outside of the locker room that would lead to the gym in the Senate. There's only one gym in the Senate. There's only one men's locker room. So, with the Senate being predominantly men, particularly in 93 at that time, this is at a time when any other man could walk by or any other person could walk by, possibly. So we have that as an issue because it sounds like a lot. It sounds like her first account is it just went fast. Like, here's your bag. Oh my goodness, you're fondling me, right? So that sounds like it went fast. Okay. Then she said she was harassed. She didn't say she was assaulted. Then she said, I don't know if it happened at the locker room or in some other hallway, some other
corridor. Let me ask you a question. Why are you dancing? Why don't you just say she's a flip-flopper?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
you know
only
why?
Repeating,
because
I'm
he's
only
afraid of
repeating
PC police.
She's a flip-flopper. But this is what she's saying, and this is what she's saying, and this is what she's saying. You're basically saying that she's a flip-flopper.
I'm not here to cast aspersions on that woman and her character. And I think...
No, you said that. We're not trying to discredit her. But you're basically saying that her story does not line up to basically make you believe that she was sexually assaulted by Joe Biden.
True. It does not line up.
So she flip-flopped, right?
She's had multiple. So, in looking at some other women who have discussed being sexually assaulted, and I watched a few different Facebook pages of women who were talking about sexual assault. And one of the things that seemingly always kind of came out was, I was assaulted, and it happened on the third floor next to the window, or on the desk, or, in this office or that office, or it's, the women often have very specific and distinct recollections of what happened. One woman, in fact, said, it was 25 years ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday. It was this and that and the other. This woman's story has it doesn't match that. That doesn't mean that it's false. I don't believe her, but, I wasn't there either. But Joe Biden was very strong in his denial.
A little bit, just to kind of make sure that we kind of clarify that. Because I have interviewed several people and I've, watched documentaries and read some, some articles as well. Sometimes a woman who is a victim of sexual assault totally removes that from their brain, and they don't even remember that. So I want to make sure that, we just I don't want for anybody to think that, because you don't actually remember it by, specifically, that didn't happen to you, because sometimes, it just literally, leaves their brain, and they just have a blank out, and they never they just take that somewhere else, and they don't even remember it, totally.
Fair
so
enough.
I just want to just kind of make sure that, ladies, we don't want no problems.
Fair enough.
No problems at all. Lamont, you got something to say before we move on, or what?
I mean, I'm really ashamed of both of you all in this tiptoeing, pity-patting all over the place. And I'm just going to say the timing is always an issue for me. You all talked about Puff last week, and you said, we in the 9th hour. And this is no disrespect to that woman, because what we don't play in our community is assault women. We are here we protect women, you know what I mean? And that's of any ethnicity. So we don't play that game, period. Assault, whatever other adjective you want to use. But it's just timing, bro. We're in a pandemic. We're in how many more months we got, Maynard? We're talking about, which we got to talk about later. We don't even know if we're going to have a general election. We're not going to have any conventions. I mean, there's so much that's on the floor. Timing. Why are we talking about this now? Why didn't this come out 6 months ago?
That doesn't really matter, though.
Yes, it does matter. Because, I'm going to tell you why it matters.
You can't tell me that all of the girls who came out 10, 15 years later against R. Kelly, after one or two girls came out, are wrong. We
didn't say that they were wrong. What we said is the timing.
The same thing with Al Franken. I mean, let's talk about, John Conyers and, all the people who were coming up with sexual allegations and what was that, 4 years ago? I mean, nobody was even thinking about it. But then all of a sudden, Brett Kavanaugh has, and then all of a sudden, Al Franken got to go. John Conyers, may he rest in peace, he got to go. And all these people are coming out of woodwork. Same thing with Bill Cosby. They come out 16, 20, years later. So the timing, no. I mean, I don't want to discredit her timing. I mean, I get your point.
No, we're not discrediting. See, discrediting is the color in Maynard's shirt. He's out of pocket for that color. That's discrediting. You feel what I'm saying? Only thing we're saying is, or asking a question.
I don't want to discredit how large your cranium is in the shot. You big dome.
Right, I'm trying to get my cap. That's discrediting.
You got some that, and then you happen to have some ass chips up here on the top of your dome.
I didn't have nothing else, but that's all I had was to see his shirt. I didn't.
he don't have nothing, so he just shoot at me.
Yeah, I just had to go with the shirt.
Damn,
but that's what I'm saying. No, because here's a game that they play, and after this, I'm gonna be quiet. For Fox to roll out the carpet, you know what I mean? It's just. I just always have so many questions because the game of politics, in my opinion, is just the dirtiest, filthiest, nastiest game that there is. And just, again, for me, is just the timing. We're in the fourth quarter, bro. 3 minutes to go. And we're in a national health emergency. We're walking around with masks. We can't put 3 to 5, 6 people at a bar for me to get a cocktail. You know what I mean? It's like, I just want to ask these questions. So after that, I'm done.
All right, let's move on to the Michigan protests. I am I don't usually get like an uproar about things. This is like the first time in a very long time that I really, really, really am like very disturbed at the fact that you have people with AR-15s and
No. You don't just have people. No. You don't have just people. No. Let's get a little bit more descriptive, my guy. You don't just have people.
What kind of people do we have?
Well, first we can start before we get to the people. Did you see the little white girl dancing in blackface? Did you all see that video?
I didn't see that one.
Oh, let's just Google that when we get done. Oh yeah. The guy, the cowboy hat guy from Fox, you know that minstrel guy?
Yeah.
The sheriff? Well, he was speaking because they had like a little makeshift podium thing, whatever. And the entertainment was, it was two little white girls, and one of them was dressed in blackface, and the other, and they were doing little cowboy dances, you know. Yeah, we're going to Google that when we get done.
Is that what's happening in the blackface?
That's my word.
Can I just ask a very stupid question? I was talking to, with my wife, and I think that it was when, whoever the person text Keisha Lance Bottoms, you know what I'm saying, the N-word, right? And I just was asking myself, you guys can answer like that, and this is maybe just my naive brain. In 2020, how is it that a person still is getting off with calling a black person the N-word? Like, what rise are you getting out of wearing blackface? Like, what makes you think that in this day and age that's still... Is that still hurtful? Like that to me is so 1963, 1925, that it's just ridiculous that you are that ignorant that you will decide to text the mayor of a city the N-word and you're dancing around and you got your kid dancing around in the blackface. Like, what kind of stupidness is that? Like, what kind of ignorance is that you're literally dancing, or you got your kid dancing around in the blackface?
Maynard,
like,
you want to take a stab at that, Maynard?
They're very good people on both sides, apparently. They're very good people on both sides, according to Donald Trump.
Is that what we're doing, Maynard?
Is that what it is?
But but you're right, man.
That's all you got?
No, it's truth though. You're right. This is the problem. And it's it was put eloquently when Zerlina Maxwell said this, that they have been so used to supremacy for so long that when equality shows up, it feels like oppression to them. I mean, imagine this. In this country, if you were a white male 200 years ago, a little bit more maybe, when you decided that you wanted to go and beat up a black man, there was no retribution for that. If you owned slaves and you decided you went to talk to Miss Sally, and Miss Sally said, "I will not have any sex with you tonight, sir," you go out to the slave quarters and
come on now,
find you a woman, and you could rape her right in front of her husband if you chose, and that was your right. And so somebody said, you can't do that no more. Damn it, I can't do that no more? What does it mean to be a white man? Then it was like, you know what, we're going to keep black people from voting. You know what, when we get upset and we ain't got shit to do on a Saturday night and we had a little bit too much to drink, we're going to have some fun, we're going to go and string us up a nigger. That was fun. And that, you took that away from me too. So I think this thing that is this backlash, this is 400 years of backlash. These people have lost their rights. They had a right to rape black women. They had a right to hang black men. They had a right to lynch us in the street. They had a right to beat us. And I feel bad for them that they don't have these rights anymore. I mean, shit, who's going to speak up for them?
You sound like you ready to. I didn't know if you was about to pull out a sign or something. I thought you was going to pull out a sign after that.
The Klan. It's just a way of life.
So every week, ladies and gentlemen, Lamont gets in his feelings about something. We don't know why he gets in his feelings. It could be anything from pancakes to, life on the streets. It could be his country club lifestyle being taken away. Speaking of rights.
Wow. No, we're good over here. We okay.
You know, he just can't just pull up to the country club anymore. Anyways, Lamont, what are you and your feelings about this week, my brother?
Well, actually, I'm in some pretty good feelings, man. First, I want to shout out, you know, we don't see him because he doesn't come out too often, but I want to shout out Eminem. I want to shout out Paul Rosenberg, and I want to shout out my man, Mark Hicks. This past weekend, what they did over at Shady 45, they kind of had, I guess Eminem, and I want to make sure I get all this right. He has a foundation, and I guess they kind of got together to support all of the DJs in the state of Michigan. They kind of ran a little contest where every DJ who lived in the state of Michigan that submitted, you know, to be a part of this contest, they got a check in order to kind of help them with everything that's going on with COVID, with a lot of DJs who were not, you know, working, doing clubs being closed or being able to travel around the world. And that was just kind of their way of being able to, you know, just kind of help that particular DJ community. And then they took, you know, a shorter list of those DJs and they actually put them on Shady 45 XM radio over the weekend, which I thought was super dope. He, you know, again, my man Mark, you know, he kind of asked for a little input from a few other people that I know, and I kind of heard about it, and it was like, this was really a good thing. And a lot of other people kind of came in, supported, you know, what they had going on. So, you know, these are the kind of things that we don't hear a lot about, especially coming from the Shady crew in terms of how they support a lot of people. And again, not just Detroit, but DJs throughout the entire state of Michigan, man. So I'm definitely just in my feelings about those brothers and how they went into their pocket when they didn't have to. They didn't run to the TV or to wherever it is that they run to get press about it, but they just kind of did their thing to kind of help their community, man. So again, I'm just in my feelings about those brothers, and let's let them know, man. And I told them on my platform, you know, in our community, that we were going to definitely highlight them and just thank them, you know, for being able to help these guys. And in the next coming weeks, just play all my records. Okay, cool.
Speaking of, you know what I'm saying, playing records, you know, and thank you so very much for, you know, shouting those out. My daughter was one of those DJs that would, you know, that actually had the opportunity to spin on Shade 4-5 on yesterday. Shout out to Wax Axe and Dre, DJ Fingers, Gary Chandler, Mo Beats, DJ Whip, you know, all the Detroit DJs who definitely, you know, rocked it. It was an amazing thing. But one of the things that you do at BWP Marketing, you know, when it comes to artists and artist development and, you know what I'm saying, DJs and, you know, getting people to play your records, you know, shed some light to, you know, the listeners right now on what you do at BWP Marketing when it comes to helping artists get their songs either, you know, getting more exposure or, you know what I'm saying, getting played on a radio station or, you know, getting more social media. What is BWP Marketing and how do they assist in, you know what I'm saying, artists?
Well, as we say all the time, our gig is to get exposure on the artist. You know, right now we're in this, you know, Wild Wild West environment of COVID-19. You know, we have to kind of plan on what's going on today, on what you can do, but you can also focus on what we're going to do as things do open up, because eventually it will. So our whole, and as I say, our whole gig at BWP is exposing the artist. How do we make the artist become an exposed artist? How do we make them a profitable artist? And just overall helping their development as an artist. So it goes from, as we were just talking to a very infamous client just yesterday, you know, they're not concerned about being online. You know, they want to be in a big space in terms of radio. So we design specific, you know, program for them. There are other artists that we have, you know, that are on our client list where everything is just about, you know, being online and developing a profile, whether it be on Spotify or Tidal or getting the proper interviews at Apple Music. So we kind of encompass all of those things. So as we say each and every week, if you want to get more information, just go to www.bwpmarketing.com. That's www. Let me say it again, Maynard. www.bwpmarketing.com. It's a contact tab. Click it, fill in the information. You might not get Lamont because we're pretty busy right now, but somebody definitely will get back at you.
You're pretty busy right now.
Oh yeah, we busy, right? Listen, man, and I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Oh, you're pretty busy right now. You might not tell Lamont no more.
No, but again, you know, we got a crew. And I think just like, and not just in the music business, whatever business that you're in, you know, this is the time that you really need to get busy because everybody's at the starting block. Everybody's the same, whether it's, you know, I don't want to say a particular artist between X, Y, and Z, you know, everybody has the same tools. So it's all about, you know, what are you going to do with the tools that you have? So if we can help you, go to the website, click the contact link, and somebody get back at you.
All right, let's move on to Cara, Don't Care. These are the news stories that we either care about or either we don't care about. Most of the time we don't care about them, but, you know, I always kind of feel like it's important to kind of bring them to the table to see if we actually care about them or we do not.
Hold on, Maynard. Hold on, Spud. 1 second, Maynard. Would you wake up, please? Where you at, Maynard?
I'm right here, my dude.
I mean, do you care? You look like you don't care.
Where are you at?
You look like you don't care about nothing.
I care about a lot of things. I'm disappointed because I just want Big Gretch to be discussed on Care or Don't Care because I care. With her buffs.
Okay, all right, I'm done. All right.
Your favorite show, Maynard, Insecure picked up for a 5th season. You care or don't care?
I'm all for Insecure. I salute Issa.
Off the Insecure?
I salute Issa Rae. I'm glad she's doing her thing. Her blow up situation has been amazing. But it's too.
What made you walk away from it again?
Huh?
What made you walk away from it? What made
It
you
was
not be a
too
fan
pornographic.
Oh yeah, it is a lot of.
Listen, they shouldn't call it Insecure. They should call it Blanking because it's a lot of that.
Seriously.
That's a lot of that
Is
happening.
that what we're doing, Maynard?
Is that what we're doing?
So
Who's this? Who's this? Who's this?
So can we just get this on record that this is an official flip flop? Maynard, I'm going to ask that you give me a little piece of Cactus, please. We did get a call.
You would like some Cactus?
Yeah, for the insecure, I might need. I mean, you want people to choke? I mean, I'll just chew a little bit because we have to get back on the Insecure train.
Why?
We have a client that's going to be on an upcoming show. So we back on the train. Make sure you tune in to Insecure Sunday nights.
Whoa. Yo, we didn't get a piece of that check.
If you didn't log in, I got you. The check came in, so I got you.
It's all about the check.
Yeah.
One of these days, we're going to see one of them checks, man. One of these days. One of these days. Beyonce came out with the Savage remix.
Fire.
And Lamont cares. Man, do you care or you don't care?
Don't care, but I imagine that Lamont is also working a Savage remix record.
Well, no. I'll be honest with you. I hate to say it. I don't know if anybody really has to work that. You just kind of email it out and it does what it does. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's a good record. I mean,
you don't know if anybody has to work it, but
but if anybody needs it, he work on it.
Yeah, you know how it is. Yo, Kevin, what up?
That is funny. I hate Beyonce. Beyonce, I mean, I think she took it up like 15%.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. What is it called? The Who Cares? Or with some or something. Okay, no problem. I ain't mad at Beyonce. Beyonce know how to come through and help them out in the time of crisis. I ain't mad at Megan Thee Stallion neither. I ain't mad at Megan Thee Stallion. Erykah Badu, the Versuz challenge is back on. Erykah Badu, Jill Scott. Who you? God, is it Philly versus Dallas? Come on, Maynard. You better not say Erykah Badu.
You better not, Maynard. You better
it's Jilly from Philly all day over here, my dude.
Okay, let's be clear. Okay.
Let us be clear. Is it the way? It's Jilly from Philly over here, man.
So I had a very heated argument on Facebook the other day about this. And again, I will say that I do have history with both of those artists. And everybody just trying to act like Jill gonna come in and just lay down like Erykah about to murder her. And I'm like, yo, y'all not respecting Jill Scott. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I got money on Jill Scott. Now the rules of the Versuz, Maynard, what I was told is you only supposed to go hit for hit, which I think I don't know if there's a rule book or how it's supposed to go down and how they select the records. But I hate to tell you this, if it's record for record, Erykah gonna lose.
No.
Stop it.
Kidding me? Erykah Badu got more. Erykah Badu got way more smashes than Jill Scott. The only thing Jill Scott has is the first album, Who is Jill Scott? Other than that,
whoa. Beautifully Human was dope too. Amazing.
Let's go. Please. Let's go. I would like to hear how does Jill Scott have more hits than Erykah Badu?
But it all depends on what you consider to be a hit. You feel what I'm saying? And that was my question. Wait, hold up. Wait, hold up. Because this is my game here, Mr. What I want to call you, program director alumni is a hit.
Did he just retire you with an alumni tag?
All those people who I sent my resume to, don't worry about those.
No, but and that's what I'm saying. Who determines the hit?
I mean, okay, well, why don't you define how do you determine a hit? I would think that a hit, to me, of course, is Tyrone, On and On. All these are classics.
But is that based upon chart position or what?
No, chart position, just by, you're talking about the regular, you know what I'm saying, person. Just to get for the average Joe. Erykah Badu?
The Baduism album was amazing, and so was the.
I just named 3 Jill Scott. Erykah Badu songs. You haven't named any. Name Jill Scott records.
I'm talking about overall
The Way,
artists.
Golden Away, Slowly, Surely. There's Honey Molasses. There's tons of them from Jill.
What song is that? Did they play that in the 7 side streets in Philly? Did they play that?
Wait a minute. Did he say the side streets of Philly?
I didn't play that in the song. Now, I give you, you know what I'm saying? It's Love. The whole Who Jill Scott album, that right there, that whole album is fire. The whole album.
If that's the case, if we go pound for pound, does Erykah Badu have an entire album that's popping?
The first album and the second album.
Baduism is popping. That first album by Erykah is popping.
The whole one from beginning to end.
What's the second joint with
was that Orange Moon?
I don't know. It's the one with the orange and the hat and the whole 9 yards. What's
Orange
that?
Moon.
The one with Other Side of the Game on it?
No, Other Side of the Game is Baduism.
What's the God dog it? I can't see my thing. I can't reach my thing. Look it up, man. I mean, Lamont,
Well,
you got get your.
Let's
Google
make it happen. What we got else? What else can I say I don't care about?
I don't have anything else. Those are the only things that we don't care about. Things that we don't care about.
Well, in that case, I don't. Okay, my bad.
All right, let's move on. So, Ja Rule has been doing his best to get back in the spotlight. I'm going to say it that way. But there's this whole tweak going on academics. And so I guess that, after the whole, he wanted to battle 50 Cent in the Versuz. And then everybody was like, nah, and 50 Cent didn't respond. So anyway, sorry I have to move over here. But anyway, so he said, never know cap. Well, anyway, he said, y'all gonna stop with the false narrative that, I'm sorry, I gotta move over because I can't see. False narrative that 50 Cent killed me when I went against him. He did not body me. So he's basically saying that 50 Cent did not end his career. Lamont?
I mean, let's be clear. Jeffrey got smashes, all right? Because his mama named him Jeffrey. I'm not going to call him Ja Rule no more. You know what I'm saying? But
Wait a minute. What?
Jeffrey, you still got your publishing checks coming in.
Are you calling...
What?
You're not calling any artist by their name anymore? By their
I'm just saying, but Ja Rule, he's kind of had his time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we still talking about that?
Ja Rule's not part of the culture?
But see, you and that dumb, no, we didn't say that. I just said he's had his time.
I'm asking because it's in the news. This is a conversation. Listen, this podcast is about what? Politics, hip hop. Is this not a hip hop conversation?
It is. But y'all keep telling me I can't bring up artists from '84. So,
but wait a minute, he's not from '84 though. Ja Rule's.
It may as well be.
He's on Growing Up Hip Hop New York.
So he's out here on some kind of reality show. That shows the desperation level. The only other thing he has to do is get on Dancing with the Stars. I mean, let's keep it real. Can we move on to something more important?
Dancing with the Stars?
Huh?
You don't want to see Ja Rule on Dancing with the Stars?
Hell no.
Who watches that? Like, does that still come on TV? I don't watch that.
You don't watch Dancing with the Stars?
God, no.
Oh, you watch Love and Hip Hop.
There you go. Don't tell nobody.
All right, so anyway, I should have put that in the Cara Don't Care category.
Yeah, because we don't care.
Yeah, we don't care about Jeffrey. Shout out to
Hey,
Jeffrey.
yo, Lamont, we agreeing like 2-3 times tonight. You getting smarter, I'm getting dumber. What's happening?
I'm going with the latter, my brother. I'm going with the latter, my guy. How about that?
Oh, my God. Love for Ja Rule around these parts.
I mean, again, if the clubs open back up and it's a 35 and over spot, and you put, again, they got smashes, just like Ashanti. You can put it on and we can reminisce while I'm drinking some Crown Royal, but after that, it's like, let's get back to business.
What's the business?
Not that.
What would you like to talk about then, Mark? What is more important than Ja Rule for you?
Maynard, how much time do we have on the clock?
What is more important for you right now, other than what's the name?
I'm just you really don't know the truth, bro. I'm trying to figure out
know the truth.
And this is so not on the show notes. Is when am I gonna be able to get a pedicure? Yo, dog. I got to keep it a buck. I know we all off the rails. How much time we got, Maynard? Like,
you should have just said this was you and your feelings about right here. You need that pedicure.
No, because I need to get some positiveness out here. But I got two issues in my life that I need some help with. First of all, the Apple Store ain't open because all the malls is closed, and I need a damn pedicure. Can we make it to where I can put a mask on and go in there because I need to pick up a few things and get my feet done?
You should go to Georgia where they are open. And you can go and get you a pedicure in Georgia.
You gotta get on the plane and get sick and get on the plane ride to get down there, right?
You could be out there with all the rest of them that was out there. Wasn't they out there in the, in the streets last night? Or was that the night before last? Yeah,
but
tsunami of people outside.
We never really fleshed out the whole discussion on the people who storming the Capitol with the AR-15s. It's amazing how people were all, Blue Lives Matter, and now all of a sudden they want to carry guns and antagonize the police.
That was black folk.
No.
That would be a problem. We would be called all kind of things. We would be.
Lamont, the word is that you need to do them feet on your own, my dude.
I need everybody to chill. I need you to chill. We talking about white men with guns at the state capitol in Lansing.
I just don't understand how the police allows for, and I understand that, Michigan is an open carry state, but how does the police not go up to men with guns and say, dude, what are you doing? You can't come in here with that.
Well, Spud, I'm gonna be honest with you. I called a couple people that I know that are like DPD, and I was like, okay, I understand every state is different. I said, but I need to know. And one of our buddies that we all know, he said recently some of the laws have changed, and it's a very thin line that is allowed, in that particular venue for that, as long as it is not. I think he used the term in a menacing manner.
That shit is menacing,
and that's left up to the officer to whether he feels like if it's a menace. And I was like, huh? And he was like, Lamont, it's just, it's a tough time to be a police officer. But I said, I'm just so confused. How would the state police even let them get that close?
I mean, and even in front of the governor's mansion.
Right.
I mean,
if
that was a bunch of black folks out there with the Black Lives Matter, somebody would be either arrested or shot.
Absolutely.
Bottom line. So, and that's really unfortunate, man.
No, it's not. What have I always said about the ice? Can we get this in unison? What about the ice, Maynard? What about the ice, Spud?
I like some ice with my gin and tonic.
No.
Tonic.
There are two different kinds of ice, is it not?
The crushed ice and cube.
All right, y'all got the ball.
White man's ice is colder. No question about it.
No doubt.
No question. This is the epitome of white supremacy, of white privilege. That is the epitome of what white privilege is all about. If you guys didn't see what's that, Chelsea Handler's, white privilege documentary on Netflix, you got to check that out. Anyways, but this is an example of what white privilege is all about. For you to be able to grab your gun with your child, and walk up in the state capitol building with the assault rifle to protest the fact that you can't go outside for another 2 weeks. It's 2 more weeks. We already been locked down for a month.
But your man on Facebook talking about the Patriots. Really?
The New England.
I'm like, Bill Belichick got his football team in Lansing. That's what we doing? Oh, I want to call his name so bad. Maynard. That's your man. Talking about, look at our Patriots go. Yeah, that's what, yeah. All right, I'm done.
There were good people on both sides. Good people.
Hey, if you're watching this show, thank you so very much. We want you to do us a favor. Bing! Give us a thumbs up on this episode. Go to our YouTube channel. Make sure you should subscribe. Click the subscribe button. Go bing! Click the subscribe button. Thank you. Also, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Rate and review us on iTunes. Share this episode on your actual page. Let people know that we do this show every Monday, 7 p.m. right here on Facebook Live. Let's get to the cactus of the week, ladies and gentlemen. This is where somebody said something extremely stupid, and they got to choke on their words. Maynard, who are you giving the cactus to this week, my man?
Actually, I'm taking a page a little bit out of Lamonte's book, and I'm going to go with the positivity, in fact.
Wow, you got positivity this
What is
week?
up with this kumbaya-ness we got going this week?
Yo, man, I think it's important. So let me back up for a second and say this. There was a project that required a bunch of celebrities and politicians, retired and other, to participate to send a message of healing to people all over the country, to let people know that we in this together, we're gonna get through it together. And I didn't vote for George W. Bush. I probably came on this show and talked horrible about him in the past, but I will say this: I remember exactly where we were on 9/11. But we were in a station meeting that morning, if I remember correctly.
That is correct.
And this 9/11 thing happened, and the next day, George W. Bush did something where I thought, it showed character and leadership qualities when he stood up there and he said, "Soon, everyone, the people who knock these buildings down will hear us all." And he wasn't talking about Democrats or Republicans or black people or white people. He was talking about us to lead us as Americans. So this past weekend, he participated in this project to show healing. And he makes this 3-minute speech on how we've had tough times during this COVID pandemic, that we have a way out, that there are things that we can do to be a help to one another, and so forth. And I thought that was an amazing message, and I appreciate what he did. And for that, I want to just, give him, the big ups, the anti-cactus, and give him the love. But just because y'all here for it, I got to give the cactus to Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump's petty ass decided that what he was going to do is get mad at Bush for saying the type of message that any president would deliver. Any president would deliver a message of hope, a message of encouragement, and a message of that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And Donald Trump decided to come out and blast on Bush because he didn't support him during his impeachment trial or what have you. And for that, Bush, you get the love. Trump, you get the cactus. You always get the cactus. I mean, this, and hopefully you're going to get that ass kicked out of office in November. So that's all my thing.
I just don't understand the president's, and obviously there's nothing to understand at this point, but the things that he says is just amazing to me. Like, it's just amazing. Like, watching him on the, what was the thing at the Lincoln Memorial, and that whole conversation where he was saying that he's getting worse press than Abraham Lincoln. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, he said he's
on that coke, bro.
Worse press than Abraham Lincoln right now.
He said he was treated worse than Abraham. He's been treated worse than Lincoln as well. Like, I mean,
he wasn't even around then.
You don't remember Lincoln was in fact assassinated? I mean, he was shot. I mean, the man was shot to death.
This guy, man, I'm like, come on.
But the crazy part is so indicative. Anytime anybody does what it is to be presidential, that what the things that Barack Obama has done as president and his post-presidency, what George W. Bush is doing now, etc. These things drive Donald Trump crazy because he just knows that he's not of the character and quality. He's not the man. He's not the man that it takes to say, you know what, I disagree with you on taxes or I disagree with you on welfare reform, but right now, today, we have a concerted effort that we have to go for as Americans and say we have to defeat the enemy, which happens to be this COVID virus. That's what Bush did that day when he took that bullhorn in New York City in the rubble of 9/11. And you know, that changed my mind a little bit about who he was. At least I thought that while I didn't think he was as smart as of a president, at least I thought, yo, that was leadership and that's quality. And Trump has yet to do anything that resembles that at all.
Yeah, well, he did fly over Hurricane Katrina.
And that's what's so sad is that it's funny.
He did say, what's going on down there?
doing a great job, Brownie.
Keep it moving. We got tea time. Keep it moving. Go ahead. What would you say, Lamont?
No, I mean, and that's what's sad. And I will say this virus has taught me to not really pay attention to Donald Trump, and your life will be a little bit better.
Yeah.
If you don't look at the tweets, if you don't look at the briefings, your life is, you still got to be informed, but just his foolishness is it's almost like a poison. It is a virus of trying to understand and comprehend just his whole psyche. It makes no sense. No.
So we interviewed Cynthia McKinney, who was the former congresswoman in Georgia. She's actually the first black woman to be elected Congress in Georgia. And so we can't wait for you to actually hear the interview. It's a really good interview. It's coming up in a couple of weeks. But we basically talked about this entire presidency and about how people who are at the top are really at the middle, and how people who are in leadership are really not in leadership. And the sad part about it, it works in some instances. And in this case, it doesn't work at all in Donald Trump's case at all. And it would be, and it's a very simple task. If the president would just say, look, here's what our, update is. This is what, where we are today. This is what we're doing about it. Here go the doctors. Peace. And I'll see y'all later. But he can't stay away from the microphone. Elijah Muhammad said it in the movie Malcolm X. Them cameras.
Just as addictive as that narcotic.
Them cameras is addictive, boy. They're addictive as crack. It's crack to be in front of them cameras, man. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a shout out to everybody who kind of tuned in today. Shout out to Danielle Nicole Scott. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I want to give a shout out to my man George Hill. Shout out to Josh Proby. Thank you for your comment. William Hammond. Thank you for your comment as well. Jeffrey Gild. Shout out to my man Kari Kamani Turner. He's in our movie. Thank you so very much, Kari Turner. Latasha Pippen from Vegas. My man Marty Rice in Louisiana. DJ Fingers, congratulations on the Shade 4-5. Tracy Reade, Junction City, Kansas. Shamika Harris, thank you so very much for tuning in. Damian Cooper. Janelle Jones in Kansas City. Michael Allison. Lakeisha Jersey Truth. Is she in Jersey?
Lakeisha,
I don't know. Sinead MC, Baltimore. Kyra Dillard from Detroit. Donita Banks in Dallas, Texas. Shout out to my man Carlos Dillard. Carlos,
what's up?
We want you back on the show, Carlos. So make sure you hit us up. Send me or Maynard or Lamont an email so that way we can have you back on. Lisa Marie Ivory, my radio friend, my big sis in Philly. I know she has something to say about the Jill Scott. And everything else. Yeah, and everybody else. That's all.
Yo, Carl Spencer and William Elmore. But let me tell you.
Elton, thank you so very much as well. William Elmore. We truly appreciate
my man Carl Spencer is getting his BA. I want to say congratulations to him. He's been at it for a while. He stuck with it, and through perseverance, he made it all come true. We probably also need to mention that we have another interview that should be dropping later this week from the homie Crux Conception or Stacey Jenkins. We're going to talk about mental health. May is Mental Health Month. Y'all can say is check on your people. Make sure your people are during this pandemic, during all the time, get get touched and felt and loved. And I don't mean that in no kind of creepy way. I'm just saying people really need, we need each other. That's all I'm going to say.
You'll be very, amazed. I mean, I called somebody, yesterday, and I didn't get the chance to, talk about calling them again today. And just the, mere fact of, dang, man, you just checked on me just for no reason meant a whole lot to him. And that means a lot just by picking up the phone and just saying, hey, man, I don't want anything. I just wanted to check on you, make sure you're safe, make sure you're healthy, make sure everything is good. So, Maynard is right. Make sure you check on your people. Speaking of people, do your people a favor. This is how we grow this podcast, and it is our goal to grow this podcast. In order for us to be able to do that, we need your help. We need for you to go to YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, type in 3 Black Guys with the Mic, click subscribe, click the thumbs up button. This is how we continue to grow. More people are able to see the podcast. Make sure you rate and review us on iTunes. Make sure you rate and review us on SoundCloud. Make sure you like our Facebook page and share this episode with as many people as possible. We will be honored if you guys want to support the podcast financially. You can go to Cash App /3 Black Guys Mic. Any last word, gentlemen? No.
What he just said.
Any last word. Peace out. Have a fantastic week. And we will talk to you again next Monday, 7 p.m. right here on 3 Black Guys with the Mic.